The three words would be compassion, determination, passionate.
Creative, industrious, focused.
Well, number one, they're hardworking, very smart, and extremely generous. When I say generous, I have quite a benchmark to measure generosity because I've served thousands of clients since I first met the Kings in 1978. And I know of no family that is more generous than the Kings.
I think the word determination is, it's who they are, perseverance, and I think caring are all three represent the Kings.
Jim and I first met in 1978 and began working at that time, worked together for several years, and one day he told me he was going back home to Stevens Point. That was kind of a surprise to me, but he's a confident guy, a very smart individual. Moved back to Stevens Point, and as you probably know by now, he began a business in his garage, which has grown to be a huge business. And I've been very fortunate in knowing the people throughout this entire growth period. So I've really seen that little acorn grow to a huge oak with branches that now reach into several states and a number of foreign countries. They've just been so successful, and nobody that I know or have met is more deserving than the Kings to have achieved the success that they've achieved. They're just wonderful people.
My definition of Jim and Cliff is not necessarily being leaders. They are GGs. They are good guys, and they are volunteers. They do things because they feel needed.
The best word to describe these two guys, innovator. One who introduces something new for or as for the first time. Well, that certainly describes these guys. But if you have any doubt about that, just look it up. You'll find their picture right next to the word innovator in the Unabridged Dictionary.
They're masters of the art and science of management.
Well, I think what a good leader is someone who, number one, cares about their employees, cares about the community in which they live, and definitely Jim and Cliff have that.
I think it's their desire to do the right thing for people in the community, for the employees, for people that are vulnerable. They really do care, and I think that's what makes them such a wonderful group of business owners, but business leaders and community leaders, because they demonstrate it every day in their work and in how they operate as an organization.
They've made an impact on my life just for the simple reason that, again, seeing great leadership that Jim and Cliff showed was really, it was inspiring for me, and it was also inspiring for our employees, and also to see their employees, how they rallied behind the Kings and for this town. I thought that grassroots effort was just absolutely incredible, and again, the Kings just hanging in there, never giving up, was what I think was so absolutely amazing to me.
And the other day, Mary and I are coming up from Madison, and I looked out the window, and there, just south of Stevens Point, is this sign, Skyward. Skyward, the world headquarters, Stevens Point. And that's how it affected my life, because of 400, soon to be probably 800 employees. Their families are here, and we have these two gentlemen, Jim King and Cliff King, who were the leaders in bringing us here, and we're honoring tonight. But what we're really honoring is all of the employees and their families that will remain here and grow here. We're honoring them all because of what they did in electing to stay in Stevens Point with us. God bless them.
They never gave up. They represent the lessons that our young people need to learn and understand to succeed.
They've reinforced my belief in good people, and having the opportunity to know good people who do good things, who have high moral values, who conduct themselves as they do on a day-to-day basis with everybody they meet, that's made a tremendous impact. And I frequently use Skyward and the Kings as an example. I don't use the name of the company nor the Kings' names per se, but I do reveal to other people how successful companies became successful and how successful people conduct themselves. So they have been role models for a lot of other people who don't know the Kings and don't know Skyward, but they know what kind of people they are and how they achieve success.
They have had an extremely impactful employment record with people in the community, and I recognize that as very important to the health and economic welfare of our community. And the impact that Cliff has had on our post-polio syndrome committee has been enormous. Again, they are my ideas of GGs, good guys. I would say thank you and keep up the good work.
Jim, Cliff, we never say thank you enough. And even tonight really doesn't express the gratitude of this community. And what you've done over the last 3 decades has been nothing short of spectacular. We're a better place today because what you have done for us and with us. Thank you.
They are the friendly type of people you want to be identified with, and they know what they can do for Stevens Point, and they tell you what they can do, and they share it. They share. Leaders share. They lead, but they also share, so people all feel a part of the same mission that they're on. I like that in them, and they're going to be here for a long time. And I would like to say, for all of us here tonight, thank you. Thank you, thank you for what you've done in your vision, your tenacity, and being masters of the art of business management. And I might add, it was good to know you. I've learned something from you, and at my age, by golly, if you can learn from somebody, they must be great teachers.
I thank them for seeing the value of jobs, of good living wage jobs for this community, and for being committed to making sure that they stay here. There is nothing better that we can do for the community than to have good paying jobs for our residents. And for that, on behalf of the whole community, thank you so much for what you've done. It is huge, and it is truly priceless. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Jim and Cliff. You guys are amazing. Thank you.